New developments tonight as Minneapolis investigators say a scene indicating violence has been uncovered at the home of a transgender woman whose body was found by Olmsted County deputies in the backseat of a car. That body now identified as 35-year-old Liara Tsai by the Southern Minnesota Regional Medical Examiner's Office. Investigators say Tsai's body was discovered on Saturday after a single vehicle crash on Interstate 90 near the Highway 42 exit. The driver, 32-year-old Margot Lewis from Iowa, is being held at the Olmsted County Detention Center on a $1 million unconditional bond. KIMT News 3's Brandon Cote is joining us live now from right near the crash site after attending Lewis's court hearing in Olmsted County earlier today. Brandon, what was Lewis's demeanor as she entered the courtroom this afternoon?
Well, Jess, Lewis seemed to be really tired as deputies rolled her into the courtroom as she was sitting in a wheelchair. After the crash, she was treated for injury, so that may be a reason why she is sitting in the wheelchair. But just right behind me is where the crash took place. So I'm going to give you a closer look here. So right where it happened is right here where those guardrails are. As you can see, it's a bit dented, especially on the right side there. And Lewis was traveling eastbound, which is the far lane after the guardrails. And additionally, the deputies, when they first arrived on the scene, they found Lewis left of that guardrail, just sitting in a folding chair waiting for deputies to arrive. Now, this afternoon, Lewis entered the courtroom handcuffed. She then sat in a fetal position with her eyes closed, not saying a single word. Her lawyers say she is taking a vow of silence due to religious reasons. And the other reason is because she is also wanting to speak only in sign language and by writing on a notepad. The state requested unconditional bail to be set at $1 million due to Lewis being a flight risk. Prosecutors say Lewis has limited ties to Minnesota as she only flew into the state last week. As Lewis faces charges for concealing the body and moving it from Minneapolis to Olmsted County, the state argues that shows her willingness to flee the state. And also, prosecutors also use the fact that Lewis is being pretty uncooperative with law enforcement. The prosecutors are saying that Lewis is refusing to speak with them and other investigators and also refusing to eat meals provided by the county. And after hearing all of that, the judge still decided to go ahead with the $1 million unconditional bond. Live just outside of Iota, Brandon Cote, KIMT News 3.
Thank you, Brandon, for that live report. A friend of Tsai's, Andrea Harder, is remembering her friend tonight, sharing a statement with KIMT News 3 following the court hearing today. She says in part, quote, "You were and still are one of the truest down-to-earth souls I have ever met. I will remember playing board games with you until the dawn came and we kept playing. I will remember your smile and the light that it held. Most of all, I will remember you. I cannot believe that someone could ever hate you. They must not have known you enough to realize the world needed you, that we needed you. I am so angry that you were stolen from us," end quote. The next court hearing for Lewis is scheduled to take place on July 5th at 9 a.m. The Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension is investigating the case.